Hello. Today, you'll see me playing with tape, scissors, some sort of packing material, and obviously the items we're packing. These wheels. These are brand new Infiniti Q70 Sport accessory wheels, and you probably have seen videos of these. What's the part number? It's upside down, but D0300-1MU9J. These are the gray ones. And right now you could almost see that I removed 2 stickers, or maybe 3 on this one. Some of them had just total of 3. This one had a total of 4. Removing stickers that identified my name and my purchase and things like that. But I sold the wheels, a full set, the last ones that I had available for sale. So first, I guess we should talk about this because we're not going to talk about it again. Don't ask how I'm selling my wheels so cheap. Don't ask where I got them. Let's just say they fell off the truck. Anyway, I'm here because these are brand new, as I said. But being brand new does not mean perfect. So one of the first things I like to do before shipping is I do my own inspection. You've seen me rip it open, right? Here's the wheel. In gray. Just looking through, making sure everything's good, it's round and true. Yeah, there's some scratches here and there. It was handled by humans at some point. The back looks good. Yeah, there are holes in certain places. But it's not terrible. It's not bad by any means. I could open this. If you want to see it in the nude. There it is. They're not terrible. What it looks like. You know, we've covered this wheel in a few different videos. And when I show the back, you already know what I'm talking about, right? So, not a bad wheel. Just had a few extra ones and I was hoping to sell them. So here we are. These were sold on eBay. I made the whole worse. Sold on eBay. I believe I made the sale on Sunday. I have until probably Thursday to ship them, but I just want to get them out of the door as soon as possible. A brochure that comes with it, or a pamphlet of sorts. It's in Japanese. It's just warnings and guiding you on how to bolt it down once you get to your car. Being the accessory wheel, it does not come with lug nuts, and I can't remember buying any wheels, although I bought a few brand new wheels coming with the wheel caps. So just a thing to consider. So one of the reasons, the main reason I opened a brand new box is to verify that they're good. You don't want to send something to someone, then they'll say, hey, they're not in good shape, or it wasn't the right wheel, something like that. I have videos to protect my own investment. The second thing I do this for is because I'd like to protect the wheel a little better when shipping. You might not have noticed it, but let me bring down the box. Lift with your knees. Listen to this. A lot of movement, right? And when shipping something as heavy as this, you don't want that kind of movement. That's just too much going on. And that's the kind of stuff that ends up breaking the box. So, what I usually do, the foam protectors, like this. it down here. Two kinds of tape, I'll show that later. Okay, this is not regular tape, but it's shipping tape. There's packing tape and shipping tape. It's different, trust me. Okay, so the wheel is protected, the rim is protected, the face is protected, you know, anything falling on it. But I'm going to go a little higher. Okay. I have to remember, or I want to remember, that the face was down. Doesn't really matter too much, but as I said, for my own sake, I got this. So this has gone over once, and at this point it's pretty easy. Just go ahead and put it back in. A little bit of a fight, it's a little tight. The foam protector is still intact. Oh, nice and snug. We're in there. We are in there. Alright, so just want to bring this up here. Put the manual in there. Put it back in the way it was. Again, the way I remember, face down, because this flap has a bend to it. This other side is the one that gets taped down. Okay, so you might wonder, why bother repacking something new like this? As I said, I showed you, gave you a demo, you could feel how loose it was inside. But at the end of the day, yes, I could ship this thing, I could insure it, but if something were to happen, like damage, if it gets lost, it's a different deal. But if it got damaged, UPS would want the box inspected, and then they can say, hey, you did not pack it the way we recommended. You're supposed to have a minimum of 2 inches all around, you know. And the other thing is, yes, I might get paid for it, but who wants to deal with all that hassle, right? So I opened the brand new boxes for verification of product quality, and number 2, just to pack them better. So let me go ahead and tape this up. I'm just going to tape it at exactly the same spots it was taped, although this was like filament tape, reinforced tape. That's why they only had 3 holding it over there. I'm going to go overkill, I have to warn you. The other reason I do this is because I want to get an opportunity to correct problems like this. Do you see this hole in here? Yeah, that had been poked through, so I taped over that. There's something in the back too, something like that. I might not touch it, but since this is so close to the face, well, I can't touch it. I'll probably just tape over. Let me do it right now while I can, because it's not one of the typical, it's not one of the usual places I I look at. So just some tape over it, that's all. Nothing too fancy. So the overkill is gonna happen here. So this is a flap side, right? You saw that flap side, and up here as well. And then as the box was being put together, this side right here, everything else is just a bent over flap. But what I usually do is this, get some reinforced tape. I want to make sure that one, these do not open back up. But then I also want to make sure, in case this box is pushed again along the floor, the box does not open up. I have to be honest. When I received these boxes, whenever I bought so many of them, or I got so many of them. Whenever I got them, they came to me palleted for good reason. They did not want to ship them, although I felt like it could have gotten it. And I understand why. These boxes do not look like they're made to withstand shipping. Maybe once. So this is going to be the first time I'm sending these boxes just as they are. And I've seen it before, actually. Well, I've bought Nissan wheels, and they usually come inside yet another box, or you see this removed altogether. It doesn't look like it's the kind of material that can do with being scooted against it along the floor, and also water, for example, incidental contact, you know. So let me start with these sides. I'll probably be back. Yes, I will be back up here. You can tell here as well. Then the sides. And as I said, the point here is those joints. I want to make sure nothing comes apart, you know. But then number two, in case it's pushed against the floor, you want to protect these edges. I want to do this part again, but I don't know how much tape I've got, so let me wait. And in reality, if all I'm trying to do is protect the edges, the two joints, the glued joints, this should be enough, but you can never guarantee how your box is going to land. So it would be prudent of me to do this on the side as well. As I said, overkill. And I admitted it. See, there's a little bit of something here. Actually tear this with your hands, but just like that. There it is. Pretty good. For all intents and purposes, we got it. I'm going to do the bottom again. I'm going to do this edge right here, if it will make it. Yes. Let me see if it will go over the other side too. So far, yes. Then here, go down. point, there are no guarantees, but at least I've done my part. If this box were to be rolled along the floor or anything, at least I've got a layer of tape protecting it. In case I've run out of this, let's see. Yeah, wow, that was so close. So close. I've got this, so my fallback isn't too bad. I think one thing no one tells you when you get into the wheel business is how much tape you'll be using. Well, depending on what kind of box you buy. Maybe I should say it like this. What they don't tell you when you get into the wheel business is how much of your profits, packaging the product, packing the process, shipping and handling is going to be. It's crazy. And I'll tell you guys a secret, tell you guys something I learned. When you could look at it like this, you know what your labor costs you, right? I need to redo this part right here. You know what your labor costs you. But one thing that I've learned is that I pay more for boxes. I will pay more for boxes. I'll pay like maybe 15 bucks for a box if it's going to save me all this time. I don't know how long it's been, but there are boxes that if you design them properly, and since apart from this wheel over here, for the most part I sell the same kind of wheel, the Nissan GTR wheel, you can set this up in a way that yes, you might have an expensive box, okay? But it's going to be a matter of just dropping the wheel in there and just sending it out. And that saves you a whole lot of time. See, as I said, you know what your time is worth, but if this were my typical wheel, my everyday wheel that I'm selling, like, this is not sustainable for business. What I'd do is design this box in such a way that, one, I'd want it to open from the top, okay? Design all the side supports, right? Because that's all I was doing, really. Design the supports for the corners, then drop the wheel, put a spacer protector. You could put the foam protector if you wanted to, then put a lid and maybe get really wide tape and just go once over, and that's it. Box done, got handles, and keep going. So that's one of those things I've been working on, designing. I can design boxes. I've been shipping for a while. I remember in one of my older videos I talked about how I used to send things in, prismatic tubes, like basically triangular cross-section tubes, way before UPS and USPS had them. So I can do boxes. It's just kind of the supplies and the time to do it. And yeah, it's an interesting thing. But yeah, so this is it. Let's check this out. Shake test. Yeah, if you shake hard enough, something will move, but not as easily as this, right? Can hear that. So yeah, that's it. I wanted to do this video for two purposes. One, to show you the process, and two, proof of the wheel being good before I shipped it. Okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this video off. Oh, almost 20 minutes, not too bad. And maybe I'll upload this just as it is. Seems vlog worthy, doesn't it? All right, cool.